Hey guys, what's going on? I feel like I haven't seen you in an entire year. Or technically I don't see you guys. I feel like I haven't talked to you in an entire year. Cold opening. Welcome everyone to Casting for Two, episode number 26. I just want to say yes, this is the first new episode of 2014, which is very exciting because I have a good guest on today. I always have good guests, so that's not new, but this episode is new. Yeah, so there. As always, you can check out the podcast at castingfor2.com and Twitter. Follow me on Twitter. Okay, there. I'm just going to say that. Okay, I said it. Because I want to get to my guest today. Today, I have a very special guest. Her name is E.G. Daily. If you don't know her, you've heard her, literally, because all growing up, she was the voice of my childhood. From Rugrats, Powerpuff Girls, and it is really great to talk to her. She's she's always been singing, but now she's become more well-known for her singing, which is great because she has a lovely voice. And she was on The Voice. That was a perfect segue. And if you would like to keep in contact with her, you can always do that through Twitter at RealEGDaily. Or you can actually just go to her website, egdaily.com. That's easier. But you know what? Let's get into this episode, okay? I'm done talking. So, Chris, cue the music, please. Hello.
Hello. How you doing, Chris?
I'm doing good. And yourself?
I'm doing really well, thank you.
Oh, no problem.
What's happening?
Not a whole lot. Just kind of chilling. Talking to you.
Yeah? That's all you need to be doing right now. Well, cool. Where you at? Are you in Santa Clarita? Is that a 661 number?
No. I'm calling from Skype.
Oh, cool. All right. Cool.
I live in San Antonio, Texas. So yeah.
That's fine.
So yeah, I just use Skype to record, so I don't actually know the phone number it calls from.
Yeah, I understand. Well, hi. Well, cool. So what's going on?
Oh, nothing. Nothing at all. Just kind of been recording, and this is just kind of a loose show where we can really talk about, whatever we want, whatever you want to bring up. I just like to chat with people.
Okay.
So.
Yeah, love it.
But I was telling my sister I was gonna be recording with you, and she got excited for two reasons. One, I mean, we heard some form of your voice throughout when we were growing up.
I love it.
And two,
makes me happy.
And two, she's a huge Voice fan.
Oh, cool. That's awesome. Well, that's what was so nice about The Voice was, The Voice gave people that were already fans of mine from growing up, like either through animation or through movies, like Pee-wee's Big Adventure or any of those things I did, or Friends. It's sort of like The Voice sort of gave people a chance to see me current and put it all together. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh my God, that's E.G., the woman I grew up with, the voice I grew up with. And now I get to hear her voice now. So it was really cool for me to get to do that.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, no. And it was exciting to see. It's, growing up, whenever we watch cartoons or anything like that, that voice belongs to that character. And it was always weird when I would see behind the scenes features of, the Rugrats and see, the actors that play it. And it's like, what? That's crazy.
Yeah, it's always a trip, yeah, especially when you find out we're not little boys. we're not little boys. We're grown women usually.
Yeah, yeah. But how did you
Yeah.
first? So I'd like to talk to find out more about how you got into voice work. Like, was
Right.
acting something you wanted to do when you were younger?
I started actually singing when I was really little.
Mm-hmm.
I started singing and writing journals, and which turned into songs. A lot of the journal entries sort of turned into songs. And so the first thing I felt comfortable doing was singing and dancing. Like dancing was really comfortable for me. I just like to, I just like dance. And acting was a little less, I felt, comfortable for me at first because I didn't like the parts about acting that were like fake.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't like people being fake. And later I realized it wasn't really quite about that. It was about actually recapturing things, and then you're able to, make people feel things that are very real, and you're able to actually work through stuff when you're acting. And so later I learned about that. And when I was a little girl, I just thought everybody was kind of fake.
Mm-hmm.
And people were like, "Hi, I'm Susie,"
Yeah.
And I just thought, "Ew, I don't like that girl. She's not very real," So, so I didn't get it at first. And then when I started to really study and learn how beautiful acting was, it's sort of like acting was sort of the combination of everything. Because in voiceover, you use your voice to do different characters. And in acting, you use your voice and your body to do different characters.
Mm-hmm.
And then singing, you use your voice, your acting ability, your ability to tap into the song, what you're feeling, and your voice. So it sort of did everything.
With the voices that you do, did you just know you could do these voices, or was it just something you stumbled upon?
I had no idea. Voices was something that I did as a little girl for fun. But I never thought when I grew up I'm going to make a living at it and be successful and well known all over the world for my voice. I never thought it. I thought maybe, I'll do music and, I'll be a pop star, when I was a kid. But I never thought anything about the voice thing because it was something so second nature to me. It was something I just did to be a goofball. I did little funny voices.
Mm-hmm.
So to me, it was just one of those things that just turned into this fluky thing. I did a play once and someone came and saw me do the play and they were like, "Wow, you're really good with your voice. You should do voice work." And I was like, "Oh, I don't know anything about that. I'm an actress. I'm a singer." And they were like, "Oh no, you're really good with your voice.
Mm-hmm.
You do like great imitations. You do great children's voices." And I was like, "Wow, that's sweet." And cause to me it was like something I just did like second nature. It was like something that I could just do that I didn't think about. Like people have certain talents they do. Like some people can really draw well.
Mm-hmm.
They're just really good at drawing and you're like, how did you do that? I mean, I draw stick figures and, my drawings look like a 5-year-old. So I just like everybody has their own little talent. And I just think that one of my talents was the ability to mimic.
Mm-hmm.
And I mimic people's voices all the time. Like I hear people and then I'm talking like them. Like I have to watch myself because I did a TV interview recently, like a week or two ago, and it was at this really nice radio station, and not a film station. It was a film show, but the minute I hear these people talking, he's like, "Hello, this is Raul so-and-so from so-and-so news,"
Mm-hmm.
All of a sudden I found myself going, "Hello, I'm E.G. Daily with the," I started to morph into that guy, so,
mm-hmm.
It depends on what I don't know, it's fascinating to me, and my nature is to just morph and imitate, and that's what voicing is all about. It's about being able to make these characters.
Okay. And you mentioned the first things you were doing was singing. Do you come from a musical family?
Well, I do in the sense that both my parents weren't at all, but my brother one of my older brothers plays bluegrass guitar. Like he's probably the best in the country. His name is Sam Gutman.
Mm-hmm.
You can find him on like Balcony TBLA. He's amazing, Sam Gutman. He's one of the best bluegrass guitar players I've ever heard. My other brother, Ron, plays jazz guitar.
Mm-hmm.
My other brother, and they all write music. And my other brother, Michael, sings very like Johnny Mathis-y, sort of really beautiful. And my sister is a painter. her name's Ren River. So they're all artists, and I don't know where it came from, and I just did everything, except for I can't, like you said, I can't draw. Like, don't ask me to draw anything because you won't like it.
Right on. It's funny how that kind of works out, because I know my sister.
It is.
My sister has amazing pipes, and I can't sing to save myself. You know.
Yeah, but you can interview someone.
I can talk to people to save myself.
Exactly, but that's just it. Everybody has their thing.
Yeah.
And so when you find out what your thing is, then you shine, no matter what that is.
So when you were doing all your voiceover work and stuff like that, were you still doing any like singing, or were you like going, like karaoke bars just to keep it up? Or
I always had a band that I was in. I always was either doing some kind of band or joining a band, or I played on the Sunset Strip. I was in a band called Slade. It was like a metal band when I was young, and we played every strip. And then I did acoustic sets all over. I did all the little coffee houses and clubs, and there were times where I did the band stripped down, was just me and another guitar player, or I played with, it just varied. It just constantly varied, and so. I was just at all times in some kind of band configuration, and while I was doing the bands and music, and then I did karaoke for fun, but that wasn't my thing. I wasn't one of those people that actively did karaoke, even though I think it's a blast. That wasn't the thing, although I have friends that go all the time. But I'm always down for a good karaoke bar, for sure.
What's your go-to song?
The other day I Stay, that Rihanna song, and I had never sung it before, and I do Falling, that Alicia Keys song sometimes. I always like to do that. It just depends, and then I'll do some fun, like, I don't know, some country songs in there. It's fun.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right on. And so what was your decision, trying out for The Voice?
I didn't make that decision. It was a friend of mine. So she ended up getting me an audition for The Voice. And I was like, I don't think they're going to put me on that show. I just didn't really think they would because of all my experience and my work and my body of work. I just thought maybe I was a little too known to be on that show. But they were like, no, you have an audition. And I went and I showed up and I sang 3 songs, and the next thing you know, I was getting another call back, and it was really just about The Voice. And I hadn't had a record deal since the 80s, so that was the deal. I was like, do you have a record deal? No. Do you have a current, any kind of TV show you're on? And I'm like, no. So it really was, they were really open to just you being about your voice, and that's what's so cool about the show The Voice, is they give people second chances. And maybe like myself, who hadn't had a record deal since the 80s, I got this chance to be exposed singing the song Breathe in front of America, and it was a success. It could have been not, but it was, and I had chairs turn, and I made a team, and I was able to reestablish myself as a credible singer, even though I'd already been established as a credible voice artist, an actor. Now it was like getting that credibility as a singer. So it was pretty cool.
Are you working on an album or anything like that, or do you already have one?
I've been doing I've got some stuff that I've already recorded. I have some stuff that's out there already. There's so much stuff. There's a record out there called Tearing Down the Walls that I just love. It's one of my favorites, and it sells all the time. I mean, it just sells and people buy it from all over the world, like, London and Ireland. I mean, we get orders for it. It's just a beautiful record, Tearing Down the Walls, on iTunes. But then there's also real current stuff, like there's a song that you can go see the video. It's also on iTunes. It's called Somebody's Loving You. It's a really pretty little sweet song that I wrote, and the video is really pretty, but it's called Somebody's Loving You. So there's music out there, and most importantly, like, Breathe is out there right now. People can download my single Breathe, or Let's Give Them Something to Talk About, which are my singles from The Voice. Those are all out there. And I've got new stuff that I'm working on as well, but that's I'm just in the studio now doing stuff like that, and we're also rehearsing for some local LA live shows, some just real intimate performances since The Voice, which we're going to do. And I'll tell people to order tickets in advance because they'll probably sell out, because I'm going to do smaller venues so I can keep it real intimate. But I'll post those on my social media sites. Like my Twitter is @RealEGDaily, Real E.G. Daily. So even as an adult, I like it to be real. Anyway, at Real E.G. Daily is my Twitter, and then Facebook is out there, and I usually post what's up and coming. Once I have some gigs, I'll post those. So, and then there's also a website, egdaily.com. It's got all kinds of stuff on there, clips from movies and songs and soundtracks, and it's got music, and it's got pictures from years and years and decades of work. It's pretty cool, egdaily.com. Check that out.
Okay, right on. And just because I'm a little curious, what do you do when you're not working, when you have some free time?
I'm a big fan of going to the movies.
Mm-hmm.
I just love going to the movies. I love the Grove in LA. I don't know if you've ever been to LA or been to the Grove, but it's this magical place. It kind of looks like Disneyland. It's all lit up during the holidays, and they make snow come out of the roofs of the buildings when it's the holiday time. And it's just like really sweet and magical. And I like to go to the bookstore and look through books, and I just like to keep it simple. I love spending with my kids and my family, and I like to keep it simple. I like to go to dinners and hang out with friends, and pretty simple,
Okay.
I like organizing too.
Oh, okay.
Like if I have a day free, I like to organize things. I like to clean my room and organize files and all that kind of stuff.
Right on, right on. So nothing crazy like bungee jumping or scaling mountains or anything like that?
No bungee jumping, no crack smoking, no. I don't like bungee jumping. I don't have the stomach for that. I don't even like roller coasters.
Mm-hmm.
But I do like country western dancing and, stuff like that. I like going to the beach. Nothing crazy. I'm just not really, I think I'll get some, I'm a mom. I like shopping with my girls.
Right on. And you mentioned you have kids. Do they know of the voices you've done?
Oh yeah, my God, they grew up. They were in my belly during voiceover sessions. They were out of my belly nursing during voiceover sessions. I was in labor with one of my daughters, literally in labor while I was doing a Rugrats episode. I was doing lines, and then I had to say, I would be like, "Oh, baby, can I do?" And I was like, "Oh, please." And then I'd be like, "Oh," cramping up from contractions. And I said, "Okay, I'm ready to go." And then I literally had the baby that night. So I was literally in labor during Rugrats sessions. But I just, they've been around. They've walked a million press lines with me, and they're pros. They know how to deal with all of it. They've gone to premieres and press lines, and they've been to sessions, and they grew up in studios with me recording stuff. And now they're doing their own music. Like each of them is in the studio. I've got them both different times in the studio recording music and writing, and my daughter and I just wrote a song together we're cutting right now. So they're artists, and it's pretty darn cool.
Okay. Well, it's nice to see that they're at least, following in your footsteps a little bit.
Whatever they want to do, I sort of feel like they just happen to be artistic. I think because there was so much art around my environment that they just grew up in it, so it's natural to them. But, if they wanted to be working in animal shelters, that'd be great. Whatever it is that they love to do, I try to support their passion, whatever that is, so they can be happy and not trying to be something they're not.
Okay, right on. And you mentioned
right on.
Right on. That's my unofficial catchphrase. Right on.
I love it. So cute. Right on.
You can take that if you
I
want.
was sitting like, yeehaw. What?
You can use right on if you want. That's fine.
Thank you for sharing with me.
But you mentioned you're going to have a small tour coming up in California. Do you have any projects that you'd like to plug or promote?
I've been doing a new cartoon called Julius Jr. that should come out next year sometime for Nick Jr. And like I said, I've been working on rehearsing some live for probably local, probably more LA shows, and I've been writing some scripts. So I'm working on some screenplays for some projects. I'm going to be doing a short film in the next week or so, 2 weeks coming up. I'm going to be doing a short film for the film festival circuit. So I'm always doing some kind of crazy artistic thing. And then hopefully get some new film roles, some film things, some major film things. I'm going to try to line up some new work like that. But been pretty busy, and also it's holiday time. I kind of want to also just relax a little bit.
Right.
Through the year with the whole, yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So unfortunately, I don't have anything else to talk about. Was there something you wanted to bring up?
I would just say remind everybody to go check out egdaily.com, and my social media buttons are on there, so you can click onto my Facebook and my Twitter from there. And Twitter is @RealEGDaily, and I post a lot of fun stuff. And Pee Wee Herman is always posting stuff on my site, so that's always fun to see. The stuff we do, the banter we do back and forth, and just that. I try to keep it real current. I have all kinds of stuff up there. I post up and coming stuff, and I don't know. I would just say that. I would say that, and come see me if you're in LA. Come see me live. It's real fun. It's real intimate. Get to know me. I get to know you. That's why I do an intimate show, so I can get to know you too. And that's pretty much it.
Okay. Awesome. So
yeah, and download my single "Breathe."
Yes.
Download "Breathe."
Do that on the iTunes. Okay.
Yeah, and if you really want to check out some beautiful music, well, go to my website because I have some of the songs up on the website. But there's also just a ton of E.G. Daily videos. Just go to E.G. Daily YouTube and you'll see like music videos galore, stuff that I do that's out there and really cool. Especially "Somebody's Loving You." That single's out there. It's really pretty.
Okay.
Yeah.
So everyone go check all of that out right now.
Yeah.
Or until the episode ends. But
yeah, come find me on my pages, like my page, follow me. And you can actually message me, and I try to answer people back actually, which is fun. It takes a little while sometimes, and sometimes it happens right away. But if you have a question or something, or you want to just say something, I'd love to hear it.
There you go. So E.G., I've had a pleasure chatting with you.
Right on.
Unfortunately, yes, right on. Unfortunately, we have to stop.
All right, honey. All right. So thank you. So nice talking to you. Thanks for having me.
You too. You have a good day. Bye-bye. Hey guys, just a quick reminder, you can always catch up with these episodes on castingfor2.com. You can also follow me at Twitter @castingfor2 or send me an email at castingfor2@gmail.com.